Hi, I'm Emily Bullock from Natchitoches Parish, the Louisiana FFA State Reporter.
And I'm Jonathan Oye from Livingston Parish, the Louisiana FFA State Vice President. We've given Kristen and Avery the week off as we recognize National FFA Week.
The blue and gold jacket represents more than just tradition. It's a symbol of passion, purpose, and a future filled with possibilities. Across Louisiana, FFA members are discovering their sparks, turning dreams into action, and preparing for careers that will shape our world.
From the classroom to the field, from leadership conferences to service projects, each chapter has a story, a mission, and a reason why they stand out. Join us as we hear from FFA members who have found their passion, built lifelong skills, and are stepping boldly into the future.
My favorite parts about Pearl River FFA, I would say staying after school and being with them. Pearl River FFA has helped me do so much. I automatically felt like family, one, like everything. And it really made me passionate about FFA. FFA is something that you can never really forget. It's something so important and something that will really bring family to you, and it's something you'll take pride in for the rest of your life.
We have a lot of community outreach compared to a lot of other chapters. We do a lot of what we have right now. We have Kitmas, which is where we come up with a list of people who need necessities around Christmas time. Reach out to the community, we ask them for help, and we give it to the kids.
Zoe Simons, a Pearl River FFA member, says that the Mead Center at Pearl River High is eye-catching because this allows students to not only gain a different perspective of agriculture, but also teaches them skills that will last a lifetime. FFA members from the Central Lafourche chapter take a deeper dive into the things that caught their eye when they first joined FFA.
It gives everybody a different avenue, a different perspective of the agriculture industry and what we do here. All the skills that you learn here in high school, they apply to things after it.
It's a bunch of people who kind of act as family, and we come together just to be leaders. I think them kind of showing us how it's not just for one specific type of person, it's for everybody. It really helped me get into it. And I know now that I can do so much more than what I thought I was capable of. It kind of had a sense of belonging. Like, you feel as though what you're doing will impact more than just you, and it will impact other people as well.
A lot of people will say oh, it's the banners and the pennants and things, or the plaques that we win and stuff like that. But for me personally, it's just being able to get that knowledge, that experience, and getting to know the different people that I'm working with. We just got two amazing advisors that we can kind of look up to as mothers, with Miss Toops and Miss Landry. And then us as a chapter officer team, working together, we're like brothers and sisters. And I just kind of fell in love with FFA and with ranching and farming and all the things like that.
The opportunity. No, in no other space have I been able to exercise my devotion to agriculture than in our FFA chapter specifically. It truthfully has just been the most formative experience to my young life. We continue to advocate for our students. We continue to advocate for our teachers. We continue to develop upon what our school strives upon and is built upon, as well as our facilitation in our community and in our schools more specifically, more integrally.
We'll always go out there and lend a hand to whoever needs some help whenever they need it. I like the community I see building from me, and I like seeing all the people that have really built from this.
We really show them what our chapter is about and what we have to offer. There's something for everyone in our chapter and in the FFA organization, and we just really want to emphasize that. Whether you're more into livestock exhibition or on the public speaking side of it, even if you have never given a speech before, we can figure out something so that you can learn something through ag, because there's something for everybody.
Being able to put on events, I think that's most rewarding, seeing everybody come together for Veterans Day and being able to represent, and they want to see us strive in our events. I feel like being able to see people's faces when we're able to give back to the community. Once you come into the ag room, you always see people's faces lit up.
I feel like we have really good leaders, but also just a good community in it. We're all supportive. It's just a good support group that I can always count on.
Madeline Fossum, a member of the Central Lafourche FFA chapter, states that there is anything for anyone in FFA, whether this be public speaking or livestock exhibition. FFA members just an hour and a half north at the Walker FFA chapter give more details on the sense of belonging that FFA has brought to them and how they truly enjoy serving others.
If you know Walker FFA, everybody says you're getting a family out of it. And if you truly like see the background behind Walker and what we are, you're like, wow, it really is a family. It's not just like a group or a club or everybody has their little clinks and all that. We're all come together as one.
When I started getting more involved in Miss Tate, started pushing me to be like the best person I can be, I really wanted to continue my journey and I wanted to get the highest position I could. I wanted to be an officer. I wanted to get more involved. And it's really helped me grow as a person too. So it's really, really helped me get out of my shell. FFA has helped me tremendously in that area. We really focus on community service as well. FFA is pretty much like a family, you know. You gain a lot of different relationships. I would say just take every opportunity that you can.
In FFA, our members and chapters are driven by passionate and motivated students. From learning in the classroom to applying their knowledge in the field, FFA members continue to ignite their passion for agriculture through all aspects of FFA. Before we dive deeper into our journey and hear from some advisors, let's remember that in FFA, a spark doesn't just ignite, it leads a lifetime of impact.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Robichaud from St. Mary Parish, the Louisiana FFA State Parliamentarian.
I'm Malaria Fugile, the Louisiana FFA State President, and I'm from St. Mary Parish. Behind every passionate FFA member is an advisor who believes in them, challenges them, and helps them ignite their potential. FFA is more than an organization. It's a movement that fuels dreams, builds leaders, and shapes the future of agriculture and beyond.
Our advisors spark a passion for learning, leadership, and service. And in turn, FFA members take that passion and turn it into action. We visited 3 FFA chapters to discover how FFA has ignited a passion in their advisors.
Mr. Josh Doming at Como High School is changing lives in and out of the classrooms. With a strong FFA and agriculture background, competing in numerous contests and meeting several people, he was able to gain a plethora of skills and gain confidence he didn't know he had. As he took on the position in the shop teaching welding and carpentry, he is now able to take those critical skills the FFA and his agriculture teachers instilled in him and use it to teach his students, better preparing them for their amazing futures.
Josh Domang, I'm the advisor at Como High School. Well, I guess I started when I was in high school. I was a member of FFA, competed on judging teams and was on livestock, meats, dairy, horse, did all the contests like we go through in FFA. So I know how it motivated me and what it did for taking me out of my shell and making me a better speaker, more confident to be in front of people, expanded more of where I could go with those opportunities that were presented to me. And so then made me want to continue to provide that to youth of today. So it gives the kids a chance that are in subdivisions to be able to go to the livestock shows and have something they're doing here and still participate in those livestock shows and give them that experience of caring for animals and doing that, finding the need that they have and helping drive that and provide them opportunities to expand in those and hopefully find interest for careers and a future and see them excited about it kind of keeps me driven and passionate to continue doing this.
As a chapter officer, I would inspire passion by making sure they feel like we're family.
Mr. Adams has been the one and only ag teacher at Franklin Senior High since 2016 and has created a prosperous chapter from the ground up.
I think what ignited my passion for FFA was when I was in middle school. I enrolled in my first ag class when I was in the 7th grade, and that kind of started a lot of interest in ag and FFA. Put me on a path and a trajectory after that. I ran for area office, got elected as area officer. And then from there, the rest is kind of history to me because I think I've learned so much and gained so much knowledge and skill and ability from those individuals that everybody that I met from that point onward really kind of molded me into the person that I am today. So I think any advisor is gonna at some point in their career face challenges. But I think the greatest challenge has to be, for me at least, within myself. And that challenge is kind of how can I mold young people to be the best people that they can be? I've had the opportunity to have numerous students at this point either go into school to be an ag teacher, become an ag teacher, or have aspirations to become an ag teacher. And I think those are the most humbling of experiences because it really shows that they look up to you and they look at this occupation as being one that they've impacted them and one that they can potentially impact other students with in the future. So I think that's probably the greatest compliment that I can ever receive as an ag teacher.
So my advisor has inspired me at FFA because I feel like he was one of the only people who knew what I was capable of, and he really pushed me to my limits, and he pushed me to do things like out of my comfort zone. Like he pushed me to be the best me that I can be. I hope to make others feel the same way that my advisor made me feel. I hope to push other people to go out of their comfort zone and just do more things, do bigger and better things.
Mr. Adam Thibodeau, an ag teacher with a very deep passion for FFA and agriculture, has been impacting students at the amazing chapter of Crowley FFA. As he was once a state officer in high school, he found his passion in leadership and agriculture through FFA, allowing his students to find their passion in whatever their 10-plus acre ag department had to offer. This allowed students to become more dedicated and passionate about Crowley FFA and its amazing opportunities their chapter had to offer.
My name's Adam Thibodeau. I'm an ag teacher at Crowley High School. I think what first ignited is when I was in high school, I took ag all 4 years. I got involved in FFA then, became a state officer, and really found my passion in FFA and ag and leadership. I think I just show them the ropes, show them what FFA is, show them how fun it is, and once they get kind of hooked, we are able to educate them in different things, and finding their passion in agriculture and FFA and continuing with that. We have great leadership in our students right now, and I see our leadership continuing to get better. We're seeing great kids come year after year, continuing that tradition, and hopefully some of these students will turn into teachers to help a new generation of ag teachers continue FFA and ag programs around our state.
I'm trying to make sure all my members are involved. We do weekly chapter nights, and we try and keep the members involved. I make sure I go in the ag classroom and just get all our members engaged and just excited about FFA in general.
We had an amazing time talking to these advisors and members and learning about the impact FFA has had on their lives. Through FFA, members and advisors are given opportunities to grow as individuals and professionals. But we are just getting started. Join us in the next part of our report as we meet some alumni and discover how FFA ignites their passion for agriculture.
Hi, I'm Brett Vincent, State Vice President representing Area 1 from West Carroll Parish.
And I'm Emily Nevels, your State Vice President representing Area 2 from Wynn Parish. FFA is made up of much more than just members and advisors. We also have alumni who support us through every aspect of our FFA experience. Alumni are people who have been in our shoes as members and officers of the great organization that we call the FFA.
Because of our alumni, we're connected with a network of successful mentors who are always available to offer advice and lend a helping hand. Stay tuned to hear what a few of our Louisiana alumni have to say about their time in FFA.
Whether it was serving as state officers or competing in FFA CDEs and LDEs, our FFA alumni attribute a lot of their success to their experiences in the FFA. City Judge Keith Gates served as the State Vice President representing Area 2 from 1999 to 2000 and from 2000 to 2001.
Mr. Gates was an active member in the FFA, going beyond just the state office and pursuing one of the highest honors the National FFA organization can bestow on a member, which is the American degree.
I'm the city judge here in Louisville, so I'm a trial court judge. My favorite activity, everything I did in FFA, aside from being a state officer, now that was hands down the most enjoyable experience.
Judge Keith Gates was a highly active member of the Louisiana FFA Association and currently works in law enforcement. He believes that his time in the FFA has played a big part in the success that he's had in his career, despite it not being agriculturally based.
My favorite thing was extemporaneous speaking. I was ready to get up. I did well, and I wound up winning the state extemporaneous speaking contest. Got nominated for this chapter.
Learning to put in years of hard work and seeing it all pay off through state office and his extemporaneous speaking contest was one of the most rewarding experiences and the best memory Mr. Gates had of his time in the FFA. He believes that it taught him the value of continuing to push yourself and the blessing of being surrounded by advisors who encourage you.
3 years worth of work, 3 years worth of just, not succeeding.
Right.
Then continuing to try and to keep on going. And the hard work paid off. And then one night it all paid off. That's probably my single favorite memory from my time in FFA. It's just that how that hard work and how perseverance pays off.
Will is a proud alumni of the Winfield FFA chapter, having competed in various events and held leadership roles.
I serve as the president of the Ruston Lincoln Chamber of Commerce. which means I represent over 480 local businesses. So I'm a proud alumnus of Winfield Senior High School and the Winfield FFA chapter. I cannot think of a moment or a memory or just a meaningful time while I was in high school that didn't in some way connect to FFA.
FFA gives us lifelong memories. Will says his first and fondest memory is competing in the Creed contest.
My first experience in FFA was competing in the Creed contest, and there is just no better encapsulation than Ian Tiffany's words about the meaningfulness of agriculture, the meaningfulness of the work and the experience in that field, and its impact across society. I think about the memories, and I think about the moments that shaped me as a person. But what I reflect back on now is that so many professional milestones I can tag back to foundational experiences within Louisiana FFA. There is no facet of the FFA experience that you cannot later tie back to an interview prep, running a board meeting, budgeting a farm, thinking about the impacts of a single task or a single project in a single season, and tying that impact to not only your family's well-being, but your community and the larger environment that you may live in.
Mr. Chop would join FFA when he started high school after he spent his childhood working on his family's row crop operation.
My family's always been involved in farming and raising cattle, and well, it just reminds me of where I came from. What I enjoyed a lot about it is I got to meet a lot of guys from all over the state. In the year that I was vice president, the officers from the northern part of the state went to the southern part of the state and went to the schools and met with the chapters down there. The guys from South Louisiana came up here, and we kind of exchanged cultures, I guess you could say. Yeah, and that was, one of the highlights of it. And then we made a big circle, wound up back in Baton Rouge for the FFA convention.
Our alumni continue to grow, support, and serve as great examples of how FFA pours into students for personal growth, career success, and premier leadership.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Jones, FFA State Treasurer from Wynn Parish. From judges to farmers, FFA shapes individuals who go on to be successful in all careers. The fuel behind this success from these alumni is stemmed from their roots in the FFA. As we move into the last part of our report, we will discover how industry professionals are ignited by FFA.
Hi, my name is Mariana Harris. I'm from Lafayette Parish, and I'm currently serving as the Louisiana State FFA Vice President.
I'm Kenzie Brassell from Jeff Davis Parish, currently serving as the Louisiana FFA State Secretary. Agriculture is more than an industry. It's a legacy, a passion, and the foundation of our future. And behind every innovation, every lesson, and every opportunity stand the leaders who make it possible. From land stewardship to cutting-edge technology, from equipment solutions to the artistry of floral design, these professionals are shaping the agricultural world and inspiring the next generation of leaders.
Today, we hear from the experts who not only fuel Louisiana's agricultural success, but also ignite the passions of FFA members preparing to lead the future.
Dr. Dennison explains that the roots of Sweet Lake Land and Oil run deep in Cameron Parish.
I'm a native of Iowa, Louisiana. Grew up in my family's rice farm. Still live there with my wife, Lynn, and my 4 boys. And I love agriculture. So I always wanted to be involved in agriculture. I've been blessed to be able to raise my children and on the family farm that we grew up. Sweet Lake Land and Oil is an old land holding company, agriculturally based, that originated in the late 1800s, developed the infrastructure down here for farming rice and raising cattle. So we've been around for a long time, and it's a family-held operation. The current president is a man by the name of Claude Leach, very faithful and believer in agriculture. And so I wear a lot of different hats. So primarily, in general, anything that basically touches the surface of our land, I'm involved with.
He fondly recalls his experiences in FFA and the benefits of agricultural education in his own life.
I was chapter president, area office. I remember going to leadership camp and the area meetings, but I met so many people and just learned so much leadership skills that really helped me out going into college, and it's helped me out, professionally. Just Sweet Lake's a very giving company. They believe in agricultural youth. They donate not only their money to believe in agriculture, but they donate their employees' time. And as far as the youth, I mean, they're very special to the Leach family, and just very proud of the people that I work for because they believe in agriculture and they give back to the community. And I think it's important for all of us to constantly, I think that's part of what FFA teaches is to give back, to service. I'm proud to work for a company that gives so much back from the benefits that they have received from the land.
Mr. Hinskins has been a part of the Precision Ag Department at Sunshine for 12 years. And before that, he was an active member of the Notre Dame FFA chapter in Crowley, Louisiana.
My name is Patrick Hinskins. I'm the Precision Ag Manager at Sunshine. Been in the Precision Ag, department at Sunshine for 12 years. I was a member of a FFA at Notre Dame. So in high school, we built a water level monitor. So it was just some PVC pipe and some floats. We'd wrap some tape around there to kind of measure how high or low that water would go with that float, sell them to the farmers, and they'd stick them in their rice fields and go check their water and be able to see it from a distance.
Mr. Hinskins served on the state nominating committee for the Louisiana FFA and is a strong advocate for reaching those students that never had the opportunity to experience the importance of agriculture.
What a wonderful experience that was. Really, it was a fun time for me. I think everyone needs to know about agriculture. Everybody's dealing with agriculture on a daily basis, whether they know it or not. So just sometimes getting ag out into the public and into some of these kids that maybe were unsure about what an agriculture-related job was, and then seeing their mind change that was a half a day, and changing the minds of some kids. So it was pretty powerful.
In the Precision Ag Department, one of Mr. Hinskins' main goals is to educate farmers on new technology that can make their lives easier.
Being able to just take care of the customer. How quick we're able to resolve an issue is probably the best part of my job, and the customers really appreciate it because they're just trying to get things done.
Madele Miller, the owner of a little wildflower company, says that in wintertime, harvesting can slow down. However, she continues to get great cuts from her blue forget-me-nots and her snapdragons. She prioritizes keeping leftover materials in the ground from the summertime and cutting them at root level to allow them to turn into organic matter, further enriching her soil.
So wintertime things are slow, especially in terms of harvesting. So when we go out, I'll show you. I've got two little patches that my blue forget-me-nots and my snapdragons, I get really good cuts from them. A lot of the stuff from summer, I leave in the ground and just kind of will cut it off at root level to try to get that organic matter. My dad was a farmer and in a line of generational farming. I love getting up with the sun first thing in the morning. I love the rhythms of the seasons and your relationship to the weather and just to nature itself.
Hi, my name is Michaela Corder and I'm from Acadia Parish. I'm currently serving as Louisiana FFA's State Sentinel. That does it for us on this week's episode of TWILA. Christian and Avery will be back next week, but we had a great time taking over the show.
Until then, you can watch all of our videos on twilatv.org and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also find all of our stories and more on our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you know when we put out new content.
For all of us here at TWILA and FFA, thanks for joining us.